You are not controlled by your genes. This is one of the biggest misunderstanding people have been living with. Most people believe their genes decide everything, their health, their emotions, their future. And because of that, they feel powerless. They say, "This runs in my family. This is just who I am. My body is programmed this way." But what if your genes are not fixed instructions? What if they are responding to you? Now stay with this carefully because this changes how you see your body. Your genes are not always active. Some genes turn on, some genes turn off. And what influences that process is your environment. Now, most people think environment means the world outside them: food, air, lifestyle, and yes, those matter. But there is another environment most people ignore: your internal environment, your emotional state, your thoughts, your feelings, your chemistry. Now, imagine this: every thought you think creates chemistry in your body. Every emotion you feel sends signals to your cells. Now your cells are constantly listening, responding, adapting. Now if your body is constantly living in stress, what signals are your cells receiving? Stress signal, survival signals, fear signals. Now, over time, your body adapts to that environment. Now, certain genes become activated. Genes related to stress, inflammation, survival. Now, think about this. If you live in stress every day, your body believes stress is normal. Now, your biology adjusts to survival. Now, this is why chronic stress affects health, not just mentally, but physically. Now imagine something different. Instead of stress, you begin to feel gratitude, love, joy, compassion, peace. Now what happens? Your chemistry changes, your nervous system changes, your body receives a different signal. Now your cells respond differently. Now different genes begin to activate. Genes related to healing, growth, repair, balance. Now this is the shift. Your emotional state is influencing your biology. Now this is not positive thinking, this is science. Now think about this. If stress chemicals can weaken the body, then elevated emotions can strengthen it. Now imagine this. You wake up every day feeling stress. Your body receives stress signals every day. Now compare that to waking up every day feeling gratitude, feeling connected, feeling inspired. Now your body is living in a completely different environment. Now your genes respond differently. Now your body changes. Now this is why elevated emotions are powerful. Because they are not just feelings. They are signals. Biological signals. Now imagine this. Every time you feel genuine gratitude, your heart rhythm changes, your brain changes, your nervous system changes. Now your entire body enters coherence. Now your cells receives a coherent signal. Now your biology shifts. Now this is where healing begins. Not because you forced your body, but because you changed the environment your body lives in. Now think about this. Most people wait for life to improve before they feel elevated emotions. They say, "I will feel grateful when things get better." I will feel joy when I succeed. But this is backward because your emotional state is part of what creates your experience. Now imagine reversing it. You feel gratitude first, you feel joy first, you feel connection first. Now your body begins to believe that something has already changed. Now your chemistry changes, now your behavior changes, now your perception changes, now your life begins to change. Now this is deeper truth. The body does not know the difference between an experience happening outside and an emotion happening inside. It only responds to this signal. Now imagine sending your body signals of healing every day, signals of coherence, signals of wholeness. Now over time, your biology adapts to that environment. Now this is not instant because your body has been conditioned for years. But every time you generate elevated emotions, you strengthen the new signal and weaken the old one. Now imagine this day after day. You practice, you become present, you move energy, you elevate your emotions. Now slowly your body changes. Not just mentally, not just emotionally, but biologically. Now this is real transformation, not just changing thoughts, changing your internal chemistry, changing your cellular environment, changing your genes. Now this is where you stop seeing yourself as powerless. Because now you realize your state matters, your emotions matter, your awareness matters. Now this does not mean you cannot, this does not mean you control everything, but it does mean you influence more than you think. Now this is the final understanding. Your genes are listening, your cells are responding, and every emotion you feel is shaping your internal environment. So the real question is, what signals are you sending your body every day? Because over time, those signals become your biology, and your biology becomes your life.